Hello everybody and welcome to artofdino.com and saveearth.us, and I've got an amazing poem to share with you all that just absolutely blew my mind and totally clicked with what I've been thinking about the fact that I kind of think aliens are here. And the more you look at old videos, I've been looking at old pictures of walkthroughs of Rome and walkthroughs of all these ancient places, and there is clearly something different now happening. You can just tell in the creativity style than what was happening back then when they were doing mythological, strong, amazing people and doing all these things. Something has gone off, and I really think it has to do with subterranean things, subterranean life forms, and figures beyond the realm. And that's how I found this, is I typed beyond the realm into Library of Congress, and I came up with this poem. But this all has to do with this stuff, because they got Avi Loeb and all these other absolute loser puppets that are spitting out all this crap, and I am convinced that all of this alien stuff is simply to justify the Apollo missions, the space nonsense, the fact that we're stuck on this little ball and there's nothing beyond the poles. It's all to enhance that strength, because they're doing about all the Apollo missions saw this little sparkle, and everybody, it's it's everything is they're from other planets, they're from other dimensions, all this stuff that's absolutely bogus. If it's coming from any of these sources that have lied to you always, they are lying to you again. And in 1799, this is the extract I want you to see. And feel free to read it here. I want to read it one time through on its own, and then I want to read it again and chime in. And I've got images, and all these images are AI images that you're going to see where I just simply punched in lines from this thing and just added in a surreal style or photorealistic style or something. So everything you see here are prompts generated by text that I'm about to read. So I'll read it once and then I'll go through it, because it's really in-depth and it's amazing, and I'm going to want to chime in while I'm reading it, but I'll try to resist until the second time around. So here we go. Take a listen to this and see what this makes you think of, because it is you'll find out what it made me think of, and it seems pretty obvious. And again, you have to factor in, why would all these, whenever I try to rationalize what is happening and why the people that are supposedly in control of this realm are poisoning the air, poisoning the water, poisoning the soil, poisoning the people's minds, poisoning the spiritual realm, poisoning the ether, poisoning the stuff we can't even see, poisoning the stuff we can't fathom, trying to mass surveil us, trying to do all this stuff. And the only explanation is that they are not like us. They are not from the same spirit as us. They are demonic entities, freaks, aliens, if you will, from another part of hell that they have decided to bring here. And we don't want it anymore. We're getting kind of sick of it. We're getting very sick of it. And I think it's been going on for a very long time. And this poem, again, from a 1799 article, or newspaper, but it's obviously from before that. Just take a listen, because it is absolutely mind-blowing. And here we go. So it says, from the account of American poets, and it says the 11th number of American Antiquities contains an extract from the 17th book of the Anarchiad, entitled The Land of Annihilation. This extract is introduced by some ingenious critical remarks, partly furious and partly joyous, on the machinery of the epic poem, and particularly on the uniform practice of epic poets of introducing the reader into the infernal regions. The philosophical cause, proceed the pretended antiquarians, which has led all poets into those regions. We shall not attempt to investigate. I will, though. The following extract is more excellent in its plan, and has suffered less from the hand of imitators. The Land of Annihilation describes in so picturesque a manner is a valuable addition to the subterranean geography. Out of the theory of a race of beings properly the denizens, citizens of that country, who, after having mixed undistinguished with mankind and performed all human functions, then returned to their primitive nihility, might pass for a burlesque idea if it were not found in so serious a performance. So again, they're talking about it as the subterranean realms coming up and doing stuff, and that exactly might be where the origins of all this evil comes from. It's one of the best explanations for this. I used to say beyond the realm. Now I kind of think underneath it and beyond, but here we go. You ready? This is it. I'll read it first and then I'll go over some. Beyond the realms where Stygian horrors dwell, in floods sulphurous whelm the vales of hell, where naiad furies, yelling as they lave, in fiery eddies roll the turbid wave. Beyond the verge of chaos utmost climb, chaos's utmost climb, the dubious bounds of nature, space, and time. A realm extends its unessential gloom, the vast creation's universal tomb. There's no fair suns emblaze the courts on high, nor moon nor starry fires the evening sky. No matin clouds in ether hang their sails, nor moving spirit wakes the vernal gales, but endless twilight with a feeble ray browns the dim horrors of the dusky day, and silence, sameness, and eternal shade the unbounded, wild immanity pervade. In night pavilioned over the shadowy plains, the peerless power, annihilation reigns, eldest of fiends, whose uncreating breath, uncreating breath, peoples the shores of darkness and of death. Down the deep gulf's absorbing vortex whirled, sink the vain splendors of each upper world. Ambition's toil, the statesman's gloried name, the hero's triumph and the poet's fame, insatiate throngs who, fired with lust of gain, dive the firm earth and force the faithless main. Here lulled to sleep, eternal stillness keep, and curtained close in dead oblivion sleep. Beneath his scepter in imperial state, his stern commands 10,000 demons wait, prompt like their prince in elemental wars to tread out empires and to quench the stars, extinguished worlds in deluged fires to lave, sweep ruined systems to a common grave, exterminate existence and restore the vanquished vacuum of the tyrant's power. These, the great hierarchs whose prowess leads the vassal throng to desolating deeds, but far beneath them spreads a junior fry, the pygmy populace of the nether sky, with feeble powers for petty toils designed. Their humble office is to plague mankind, pervade the world, excite all mortal strife, inspire the wrongs, and blast the joys of life. Matured for birth, at times on earth they rise, incarnate imps and veiled in human guise. Like man appear in stature, shape, and face, mix undistinguished with the common race. Fill every rank, in each profession blend, power all their aim, and ruin all their end. Of these the least in medicine garbed arrayed, with deadly art pursue the healing trade. The lancet wield, prescribe the poisonous pill, invent the nostrum, and unlicensed kill. Overload the Stygian bark with frequent freight, and crowd with angry ghosts the realm of fate. Wow. So now it's time to go over a little bit of that, but I'm sure you all got a lot of it right from the start, because holy wow, they nailed it. So let's go back and just examine this a little bit. So from the very beyond the realms, and that's what I typed into Library of Congress, where Stygian horrors dwell in floods sulphurous whelm the vales of hell, where Naiad furies yelling as they lave in fiery eddies roll the turbid waves. So this is almost like beneath, like the North Pole, beneath the hole, how they had that, how people think that there's up there's the black rock, but then there's also the waters going inward, feeding the subterranean layers. And again, this makes so much sense that they would come from the subterranean layers. That's why they do all this underground stuff. That's why Elon Musk has a boring company. That's why all these people love carving into mountains. That's why they won't let us dig, because remember why I'm like, Israel, why aren't they doing this? This is why. This all of these things, all of these questions we've been asking ourselves, like, oh, why aren't these people that are supposedly like us doing anything good to help us? These are the answers, because they're not like us. They're evil scum from the bowels of hell. And I think this stuff is not to be taken metaphorically. It's to be taken quite literally. They are a different breed. God knows what put them down there, but whatever they did down there. But again, reasons, think about it, why they want to block out the sun. Why would they want to poison the soil? Why would they want to unleash mosquitoes and ticks with disease everywhere? Why would they want to jab everyone and make everyone's life ruined? You can't do that. It's why so many people like myself are like, what is wrong with these people? You can't help but ignore that factor that if in power, none of us would do any of these things to our fellow common man. We would just want to live in peace and probably be creative by ourselves. Wouldn't want any of this stuff, but instead they've got us going crazy, and it's because they are not like us at all. I hate to use that line because I hate those people that sing that song, but Again, they aren't. Nor moon, nor starry sky, all this kind of hollow earth resemblance here and different things. But here we go. In night pavilioned over the shadowy plains, the peerless power, annihilation reigns. That's it. Annihilation reigns. This is before 1799. This is exactly what they're doing now. Oh, I don't wage any wars. I'm the first anti-war president. Boom. Elect me again. 7 wars in the next month. All these things. Down the deep peoples the shore of darkness and death. Wait, I love that though. The eldest power annihilation reigns, eldest of fiends, whose uncreating breath peoples the shores of darkness and of death. Uncreating, that's it. They are not creative. They don't have that power. And it's again why they prop their people up, why they have to steal from the creative people, why they have to stifle the creative artists, because they can't do it. And they don't want the population to say, oh, see, look at this beautiful art. They want you to look at this absolute garbage art that is demonic and evil. And they don't want people like me, my art, to be seen. They really don't. Sink the vain splendors of each upper world. So again, more layers. They just keep going up, but the bowels, just like a queen ant, this demon is probably at the center of our realm. That's why they tell us, oh, you can't go down there. There's fire down there. But meanwhile, they've supposedly never dug anywhere that deep at all. They tell you what's in the center, but they lie about everything. They tell you what's above us, but they lie about that too. So, the hero's triumph and the poet's fame. Wait. This is good too. Sink the vain splendors of each upper world. Ambition's toil, the statesman's gloried name, the hero's triumph and the poem's fame. Insatiate throngs who, fired with lust of gain, dive the firm earth and force the faithless main. Here lulled to sleep, eternal stillness keep, and curtain closed in dead oblivion sleep. That's just like them pulling the wool over our eyes, blinding us to everything that's important with their poets, with their artists, with their crap, with their heroes, with all this nonsense. They do everything designed to keep. It's not designed to inspire us, because we'd destroy them pretty quick. It's designed to keep us asleep. Like they said, with the curtain closed in dead oblivion's sleep. Beneath his scepter in imperial state, his stern commands 10,000 demons wait. And that's, again, where they keep coming up with these armies. I don't know who they find to do these things for them, but they must be like them. Or they must change people like us to become people like them with mind control and chemical disgustingness. Extinguish worlds in deluged fires to lave, sweep ruined systems to a common grave. Think of all the systems we have lost. 10,000 mosques destroyed all over Asia a long time ago. All of America destroyed, reduced to rubble, to a place where they said, oh, only little native nomads live. That's because they destroyed everything that was here. The system's destroyed. Then when they build it back up, they help people build it back up to feed off the souls or whatever, and then they destroy it again while they hide or beyond the realm or underneath it. These the great hierarchs whose prowess leads the vassal throng to desolating deeds. That's us. They're all these government officials. People are somehow still following. People are somehow still trusting. Celebrities, somehow people are trusting them, and they lead to the vassals to desolating deeds. But far beneath them spreads a junior fry, the pygmy populace of the nether sky. That's probably us, the pygmies, the ones that do their bidding for them, with feeble powers for petty toils designed. Feeble powers, they give us no power. Petty toils designed. They have us toiling over so much crap. Just look on the internet. You will see people of all races complaining about millions of different things regarding the way their lives are thrashed by these evil monsters, aliens that are here already and have been here for a while, making all of us tough. Their humble office is to plague mankind, pervade the world, excite all mortal strife. They do a great job at that, and inspire the wrongs and blast the joys of life. Just look at TV. Just look at TV. Look at the newspaper. Look at the magazines. Look at every piece of culture in America. It's like they're just like funneling them up from a hole in the center of Yellowstone or something, and they're just coming out of everywhere. Oh, who's this new politician? He seems trustworthy. Within months, he's a piece of garbage, absolute filth. They don't let anyone rise that is not of their shitty stock. Matured for birth, at times on earth they rise, incarnate imps and veiled in human guise. There was a guy, a freaking military guy, yesterday on Fox that was wearing a mask in human guise. These people, they are everywhere. They're always wearing masks. That's why they never make sense. Dave Chappelle, the freaking Billy Shears or whatever, Paul McCartney, all these different people, Madonna, they fill in the gaps, they make them, they shapeshift, they do anything they want. They can make CIA masks for like $20 that can make you look perfectly real. It is so easy, it is disgusting. Mix undistinguished with the common race. Fill every rank in each profession blend, and they certainly do that. They fill them and they corrupt them. Power all their aim and ruin all their end. How can you describe the modern controllers better than this? Of these the least, in medicine garb arrayed, with deadly art pursue the healing trade. Oh. You all know how I feel about this, and yikes! And they've mastered it. You know, prop up they get some people, the same people that I think of in some of the worst possible ways, and look at horribly disgusting. Other people, the person right next to me, might think of as a near human god, and that's how they deceive everyone. Some people trust this stuff. The ones that are awake, thank God for us, do not. The lancet wield prescribe the poisonous pill, invent the nostrum and the unlicensed kill, jabs. Overload the Stygian bark with frequent freight and crowd with angry ghosts the realms of fate. And that's it. They do not let fate happen. They do not let destiny and natural things prevail. They are scared of those things because nature works in a very beautiful way that fixes its problems, like us and our bodies do. If they're working constantly, it takes, like I've always said, you come into this world good. It takes so much effort, so much money, and armies of these subterranean freak alien demons in order to convince us that we're in an evil world, or that this place is sinister, or to commit crimes and to commit sins. We are born perfect, but they put so much effort into making this place, in our experience here, miserable, when in all actuality it is the most perfect thing imaginable. But they don't want you to know that. They are disgusting, they are vile, they have taken control, and they've been around for so long, and this thing proves it. This is not just a poem, this is a nonfiction, true account of who has invaded and infested our realm, and who are the aliens, and what they are doing. And when you look around, you see this everywhere. You see it on TV, you see it all over your phones. They are in control. They are the reason why none of you will even see this video, because most people will never even see this. No one will. But if one of them puts this out and puts a spin on it that's maybe a little different and goes with their agenda, this will reach billions of people, millions of people easily, because the system is run by all of these absolute demon, freak, alien scumbags, and we have to do something about it. And I pray we can, because the land of annihilation is basically, our beautiful earth is heading to become the land of annihilation, which is what these punks want. And we can't let it happen, not for our future, our children's future, or our own. This has to end. We've got to figure out a way to stand up against this nonsense. And waking people up is the first step, but it only goes so far. We've got to do much more. And I hope we can figure it out. So chime in below. Let me know what you all think of this poem. Let me know if you heard something that I missed or anything. I'll include the links below, and you can check it out yourself. But wow, had to share it. Hope you all enjoyed it. Bless you all from artofdino.com and saveearth.us.